boy.
Awesome. And so, yeah, I think you are looking at one of the scientists. Their name is Chinonzo. And
I'm Adama. You're Chanzo. Do me a favor. Hand me that pole that you got right over there, so we can keep the door wedged open.
She looks up at the ceiling and she hands you the pole, but she has this look on her face that's just you can't quite place it. It's like she doesn't believe that's really what you want, and she's like, "Oh yeah, really? That's who you're pulling? Adama Mazi is coming to save me. Yeah, that's great, guys. The long lost princess of the Mazi family. Yeah,
I wasn't lost. I was just stuck on another.
That's a reach. That's a reach, even for you. Even for you.
Take for long. Who are you conferring with? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I know who I am, and I understand that you don't believe that I'm who I am. It's a thing. It's happened multiple times. But has somebody been playing tricks on you?
This fucking place is run by something. We were calling it Monarch.
Monarch? Like royalty monarch?
Yeah, that's how it likes to think of itself.
Okay, I can live with that. She wedges the pipe into the door.
Yeah.
Before she steps through.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
How many others are there?
Let's just get out.
Did I mention the face melting?
Yeah, you did. You mentioned the face melting.
Trust me, if that were an option, I mean, our ship will be back around again in another 2 hours and 27 minutes. But if we need to, we can get out. But in the meantime, are there any others on the ship that came with you?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of gotten separated. I don't know where they are.
Fair. How long have you been here?
Yeah, so let's just so you came here alone?
No, but we got separated too when we got here. Well, I mean, so there were two of us when we walked into that room, but one of us got our face melted off, which is how I know we don't get into the pod base.
Shit.
Yeah. Like I said, the ship will be back around in a couple hours, so we if we need to, but we should make the most of that 2 hours until then to figure out if we can find anybody else.
Yeah, well, there's a hallway outside. Around the corner is some kind of barricade. There's a security android out there. I don't think we want to fuck with that thing.
Okay.
And then if we go left, it's there's a lift. We can get to other floors if you want to. I'm just gonna keep talking to you like you're real, because I just don't know how else to fucking deal with this.
She holds out her hand.
No, I mean, I know you're real. I mean,
Oh, okay. Just checking, making sure you didn't think I was a hallucination, because
Yeah, there's that too.
That I can prove.
There's that too.
All right, so there's a lift to the left and a barricade to the right.
Yeah.
Have you been to other floors?
Yeah, you can tell she's having strong PTSD reactions. When you are asking her to access information. She's like, yeah, I have.
The last person who left here that wasn't you, which way
No, I
did
mean,
it go?
I came in here. I snuck past one of the. I snuck past one of the security checkpoint barricades and just lit a fire and relaxed.
And how long have you been in here?
A few hours. I just needed some. I just wanted to see if I could get some rest.
And how long have you been on the ship?
Yeah, I think they start to cry. And I think also the other weird thing about them that's different from you is their helmet is off. And I think you ask how long have you been on the ship, and they say what do you want me to say, that I've never been off the ship? That's what you want me to say, right? And that I was made here, right?
No,
and
no,
then,
absolutely.
right. And and then on that note, we'll cut to Aiden, who's standing outside the lobby with some security drones, or some security folks up above in little bubbles.
So there's some kind of artificial gravity, I assume. We're not just sort of.
Yeah. There seems to be artificial gravity. It seems to be on. Yeah.
Good deal. I guess I'm kind of looking around and I don't know what could potentially trigger these androids, but maybe there's some sort of motion sensors somewhere. So I'm kind of looking around up and down the walls, see if there's any kind of sensors that might, or tripwire, anything that would.
Yeah. You have electronics, right?
Yeah. Would that help?
Yeah. Sure. Let's make an electronics roll.
Okie dokie. That's bad. That's a 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say that you activate one. So the bubble opens and it kind of drops down on a cord, and then it looks like kind of its face is very mannequin-like.
Sure.
It's dressed in something that looks like security, clothing.
Yep.
It has a kind of a small submachine gun, and it says, "Is there a problem?"
So does it look like a person?
No, there's no way you would ever think that this was a person. Yeah. There's no way you would ever be oh, whoops, that's a person. It looks like it looks like a mannequin with some science fiction joints.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's definitely got a when I say mannequin face, I mean no nose, no mouth, no eyes.
It's just yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm trying to keep straight what we may or may not be calling androids. So,
what is the nature of your emergency?
I'm lost and I'm trying to find my way to the escape pods.
You will want to go into the lift, and the lift will take you to 23D, which is right near the escape pods.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that all you needed?
I'm kind of looking over its shoulder at where I see the lift bay. There's a button somewhere. I oh, would that summon the lift if I'm looking at it?
Right.
Do I see something that looks like
an elevator? You totally see a button that looks like an elevator without a doubt.
No, that's all the assistance I need. I think I can find my way from there. Thank you.
Very well. And I think it goes back up to its cord and kind of, goes back fetal and then goes up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go hit the button. and hope that the lift comes.
Cool. Awesome. You get in the elevator, and there are when the elevator opens, there are two there's someone in the elevator. It looks like two androids that have been kind of fused together into one waist. So it's like a waist, a little bit chunkier legs, and then like two bodies kind of coming out from it. They both start yelling at you to put your shotgun down. And I think they both have handguns.
Like, I'll stow it, yeah.
Yeah, you stow it?
Yeah.
And I think like as they start yelling, the security androids, you hear the hiss of those bubbles opening, and the security androids slowly start coming down.
I'm going to be sort of slowly trying to step back and to the side. I don't want to be in the middle of whatever's about to maybe happen.
Totally. I think this is we're gonna need to roll some dice, but I'm gonna go back to Misha before we do.
Okay.
Misha, you are there with Chinanzo, and they start crying, and they say, all right, I don't know how long I've been here. Time is really weird here. I'm sorry.
No worries. Would you like to stay here, or would you like to come with me? I'm gonna go explore a little more and see if I can find anybody else.
Yeah, I guess I'll come with you. I guess.
Okay. I recommend putting your helmet on just in case there's anything weird. Plus, that way you can hear me a little better through the comms.
Yeah, she puts it back on, and I think she like puts the visor up because she's out of oxygen.
Okay, that's not gonna help. Okay.
Yeah. And
were there any spare oxygen tanks in the pod room?
Yes, there were. I mean, they're inside the pods.
Ah, never mind.
Yep.
Yep.
And ostensibly, Bucci still has his oxygen, right?
Yeah, but he's in a pod.
I know. Yes, I know. I'm just saying that's a thing.
So I do radio back that, I've got one confirmed crew member alive. We're going to continue exploring. Am I hearing back from the other ship? Okay, just check. I'm still going to make pings just in case.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, we're totally going to do a thing where Jay will get all of your pings. I think that'll be good. I might even edit all of them together so that
oh nice,
that might be a lot of fun. Just like, hey Jay, this is what you get over the hours. Yeah.
So yeah, then we open the door. I look to the right, see what the barricade looks like.
Yep. Yeah, to the right is a barred gate. A series of damaged weapon detectors embedded in the walls, a bulletproof glass box with a 360 machine gun swivel turret, and a security android, very much like the ones that Aiden just ran into. But the one that you're seeing is actually fused with a machine gun. And so it's like it is like on a turret, just the waist of it. And like the machine gun is kind of coming out of its chest. And it says, come out with your hands up, please. Hands up. There we go. I need you to hand over weapons.
How much do you consider a weapon?
Are you being funny?
No, serious. I mean, I can use a hairpin as a weapon if I really need to. That's why I'm asking. How much do you consider a weapon?
Firearms?
Nope, don't have any of this.
Assault knives or machetes?
Nope.
Mono blades?
Nope.
Mono wire?
Nope.
That's all.
Okay. I'm going to go to the lift if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Has anybody else come this way by any chance? Recently?
What's your security clearance?
Adama Matsi 1.
No one has come this way, Your Majesty. Yeah, I think Chinanzo looks at you like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, that would be the security clearance that she would give on on a Matsi ship. So it was a Hail Mary.
Nice.
Okay then. Yeah. How many life forms are currently on the ship?
I don't have that kind of information, Your Majesty.
All right. Where can I go to find that information?
That's really above my pay grade. I'm sorry.
No worries. Try on. Try not to shoot anybody without cause.
Gives like an awkward thumbs up. And yeah, I think you push the elevator button, and like Aiden might not notice in this stressful environment in which there's about to be a Android shootout, but like there's like an elevator ping because someone has pushed the elevator button.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's the same elevator, which is
the door's closed.
yeah. But the doors are not closing because you're waiting for the shootout to end. We need to just make a couple rolls just to get through this combat and see if you like get out of it or what. So I think we're in range. We're either close or short, right?
Okay.
And determine which facts which I don't think anybody has surprise. Individual movements, individual target, attacker, blah 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 blah. But I do think it's worth rolling for surprise just to see if anyone can, if you can get away,
Sure.
Or who's going to shoot first. So, roll one die for each party. If one party has a die roll of 3 or more greater than the other party, the higher rolling party has achieved surprise. So I don't think anyone has leader skill, tactical skill. I think maybe the security droids will get a +1 for military experience. I don't think anyone's in battle dress. I think that's it. Do you want to roll a d6 and tell me what you get?
Sure. I got a 6.
Cool. So you don't get surprise on the android that's right in front of you, but you do get surprise with the security guys. So they, you like, so what do you want to like just run past the other android into the elevator? What do you want to do with this like moment of?
Yeah. So trying to build my, so there's two.
And there are other doorways out of here.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
For the record,
there's the two security guy things that are on the elevator, or sort of standing.
Yeah. It's like one android fused together, or two androids fused together. Yep.
Into one weird.
Yeah.
Because my hope is that the ones coming back. Well, maybe they're gonna. Because the one that dropped down and asked me questions, he didn't care about me carrying the shotgun.
Right.
So, like, part of me's like, maybe there's some weird ship Civil War thing going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to trust that. Yeah, I think getting the hell out of Dodge, like, if I can, I don't know, combat roll my way into the elevator, shoot this thing from behind so it stumbles out of the elevator.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Make a dex roll.
Okay. How good is my dex? It's average. Okay. Come on, Snake Eyes. I rolled equal to my dex.
Cool. So that'll do it. And roll to hit these guys.
Okay.
As you kind of roll past them.
That's just a 2d6 of.
Yep.
Okay. I don't have any combat skills, so I guess it's an 8.
Yeah, 8 hits.
Okay.
You hit them in the back. You blow them out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to stumble out of the way, so maybe these doors will close.
Yeah, you as the doors close, you see them get riddled with submachine gun bullets.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
And the android just kind of falls apart as they fire on the security droids. And yeah, it's just it's a hot mess. And the elevator doors shut, and the girl from Ipanema plays for a couple of seconds, and then the door opens, and it's Adama Mazi.
I've got my shotgun. Like, am I glad to see you?
Oh, you made it on the ship. Good.
Yeah, Bucci gave me directions.
Oh, nice.
When?
15, 20 minutes ago. He said he was trying to patch you into the comms. He was able to, it was feedback, but he got through to me, and yeah. This is probably not the time
story.
There is no Bucci right here.
No. So he tried to get into the pods and let's just say didn't make it. And I'm pretty sure that was before he tried contacting anybody. So I don't know who you were talking to. This is Chinanzo, Aiden, Chinanzo.
Hey.
Chinanzo. Well, that is disturbing, but might explain what happened to me up above. In the room I came into, when the door opened, I saw my sister, and I knew it couldn't be my sister, so I shot it, and it was some sort of hologram or hallucination. But before it disappeared, it said something about this is a stress memory. So it seems like trying to keep ourselves calm here is a good thing. Also,
that checks with what I've been hearing.
There seems to be at least 2 factions of androids.
Here's a real fun one. They recognize my command code and who the hell I am. So
that seems useful. And I'll kind of describe the lobby situation, because there was the helpful android and then there was the mutant android.
Oh, well, so one of the mutiny ones, and like point down to the other end of the hall, was kind of helpful.
Interesting.
Okay, so awkward. Have you run across anybody else?
Just androids. Also, weirdly, where I would have expected to see like room placards and any sort of gone. They're just there's no directory by the elevators. I saw multiple pathways, but they weren't labeled any. So I think they've been removed. I assumed there was something there at some point, unless people in the past just didn't believe in
Signage?
signage.
That seems odd and silly. Okay, so you came from up, down, left, right, what?
I was up. I was on like, is that right, Judd? I was on like floor 4.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not that checks out with what Bucci said, or if I could tell from anything inside the elevator. I assume there's buttons inside the elevator.
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, I think that's right. So I was 2 floors up. I came through a whole bunch of there was like a bunch of analyzing computers going on. One of them had kind of described that black marble, which apparently had weird radiation, but it seemed to be indestructible. I chose not to touch it because that's
good plan.
Dangerous.
Touching radioactive things never works out well.
But if we find out more about it, indestructible material could be worth something.
Yeah, but I think we want better shielding before we try touching it.
I agree. Yeah, maybe we can find a lead box. So the escape pods are trapped, it sounds like.
Yeah, they looks like they scan you, and if you don't match one of their scans, they might fry you.
Okay, well, I guess.
So we either got to get scanned so we can get in them, or we have to wait another 2 hours and 17 minutes for the thingy to come back through. I did wedge a pull in the door, so we should be able to get back out to that door, just not through the pot.
Fair enough.
All right, so
Adama, you get a thing on your a call from the ship on your comms.
From which ship?
It's from the original ship. Which is the Igwe.
Yeah. Adama here.
And you hear Aiden's voice, and it says, "Hey, this is Aiden. I got picked up by the Igwe. They got my SOS. I'm back on board, and I'm doing all right. How you I got some data on their comms, so I think I figured out how to get through their static. How are you doing over there?"
I'm not an android.
Yeah, that's great. That sounds reasonable.
I'm like staring at the Aiden in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm guessing I'm not patched into that.
Yeah, you're not. No, it's a private one.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting patiently.
Hey, Aiden, do you remember when we met?
Which Aiden are you talking?
The one in my ear.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's funny. We never did do that job. We never really completed it.
Does that comply with what I remember of how we met?
Yeah. I mean, if we think about it, like you both originally signed up to do that job, to do like a repo job on the pirate ship, and then you got caught up in family politics, and now you're on a capital ship trying to figure out if you're an android or not. Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Nice and vague.
Nice and vague.
Awesome. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Let me know. Me and Ghost Rider here can try to, connect with you.
Sure. How much longer till the ship gets back around to the opening?
We're about an hour and a half from the escape pod opening.
All right. I like reach out and pinch the Aiden in front of me.
Yeah.
Ow.
Sorry, had to check.
I assume I could like tell she was talking into like.
Yeah. You can tell.
Like I would ask, like, were you able to actually contact the ship? I haven't been able to.
I contacted you. Right. So something is fucking with our heads. I'm not sure if I'm gonna assume that I can see you and therefore you are the real you. And if it turns out you're not, I will fry you. Just so you know.
Fair enough. That hadn't occurred to me now. I'm gonna reach out and pinch Adama.
Yeah. I think the ow is like a cute thing you're saying when someone pinches you, because like you've got like vac suits on, right? So yeah. Like the ow is totally like this is what you say when someone pinches you thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've established that we are both at least real,
we are corporeal. Well, and so far, the only androids we've seen are very much not human analogs. So hopefully maybe they won't be.
Again, it could just be that whatever I was just hearing in my head was me hallucinating. Who knows?
I mean, I had a full-on conversation with Uchi maybe after he died, so...
So Chinanzo says you can share your comms data with us. We could all link up our helmets. I mean, our helmets.
Oh yeah, now that we're all close together.
Yeah. Do you want to do that just to prove?
That seems like a good call.
Yeah, I share the audio recording of what I just heard.
Yeah. It is a one-way recording of your voice talking into nothingness. Totally.
Awesome. Great. That's just peachy. It's in my head. Oh, fun.
Oh, man. Okay.
Okay. Now we know. Knowing is half the battle. So. Wow. Okay. So we can't necessarily trust what's coming over comms or what we think is coming over comms. So we can really only trust what we see or what we actually hear directly. But we actually can't even trust that because it's apparently in our heads. So fun. Okay, no problem. Let's go. We're going to start on the first floor. You know why? Because we're going to do this methodically because that's the way we do things. And she pushes the first floor button.
Yeah, I think like, yeah. The lift doesn't go to floor 1. It goes to like 2 different areas.
This is a useless lift.
Yes. It does not go all the way. Yeah. Aiden, she pushes the button to the floor where you just came from.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem like the worst thing, because at least the ceiling androids seem friendly by default.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Cool. You.
This is going to sound really, really insensitive, Aiden. Are you sure you talked to an android before?
Yeah, I think as you say that, the elevator door pings open and gun smoke like floats in.
Yeah.
Right. And
okay.
and like leaning against the door is the android that Aiden described, who is like an android with 2 torsos coming out of a waist, and they are riddled with bullets. And I think like the the security droid, like the last security droid, is kind of going up into its little, fetal orb in the ceiling.
Are there any of them that went down, or are they all back up? And
none of them went down. No.
Okay. Well, they seem very capable. That's a good thing. Indeed. So I'll be like, so that's the door I came from. That's where there was a lot of like analysis and computers and whatnot, but that dead ends into the way I found into the ship.
Okay.
And since nothing is helpfully labeled, who knows where these other doors lead? I haven't been able to like. I tried to poke around on a computer to like maybe find a digital map layout, and no luck. They've made it very difficult intentionally. So, because do capital exist? I mean, there are capital ships now, like in our world, like capital ships aren't something that only existed in the past, right? Or
no, I don't think anyone in your world has.
Oh, okay.
There might be, you know what, in the subsector, there might be capital ships that have been like turned into orbitals or places where people live, but gotcha. I don't think there are any active ones.
Sure. I was just wondering if like, I don't know, like there might be a role to be like, I've learned something, like I know a little bit about capital ships because I attended history class.
Right.
And
yeah,
the bridge is in this area of a capital ship. Like,
nothing about this ship is making any fucking sense.
Yeah, especially because this one's just really, really old. And
yeah. Okay. None of this layout is making fucking sense to you.
Fair enough. Okay. I may have missed part of the conversation, so some of this would be in character, but what happened to the rest of Chinonzo's team? And I might even like look at, I assume she's following along. Like, where's the rest of the crew?
We came in here and we got separated. It was kind of a mess.
Gotcha. So there could be other survivors. Could be.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And there are, like, we're in the lobby. There's the doorway to the right, which is where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
There is another airlock door straight ahead. And then there are two more doors to the left. All kind of like, electronic, like when I say door, I mean like kind of an electronic hiss type of deal.
Sure.
Do they have like windows in them or?
No, definitely not.
Of course not. That would make life easy. I don't think we want to go out the airlocks just yet because, yeah. But she is keeping an eye on the time. Yeah, we'll go to the first door on the left.
Cool. Yeah, there's a short hallway and then another doorway, and beyond that doorway is a huge space, total darkness. There are these immense, like industrial size, right? So it's like 7-8 stories of a room, and rising up are 4 20-foot tall towers, wrapped in plastic. They've got the words "decommissioned" stamped all over them.
Interesting.
They're whatever is keeping the gravity seems to be out in this room.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, as you enter, you float. Chinanzo says, I smell something rotting. I know you guys can't, but something in here is wrong.
When they say that, I start looking around for like bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. So behind the towers, which as you like float around, you realize that the towers are server stacks, and
okay.
behind behind the furthest tower is a rotting corpse that's just kind of floating, kind of wrapped up in the plastic that's wrapped around the towers. There are 8 puncture wounds in the chest.
Huh.
Can we tell what kind of clothes it was wearing before it died?
Yeah, no, I think it has no clothes on.
Oh, joy, naked body.
I mean, any
Lots of
chance
sighing.
this was also one of the wayward crew of the Njoku?
Chinanzo looks at the disfigured face and says, "This isn't one of us."
Okay. Well, we know somebody else was here because of the body we found in space. So maybe there was or is some other crew exploring this.
I like wrap it back up as best I can in some of the plastic.
Yeah.
Because respect.
Yeah.
And like try to tuck it away so that it's not just floating around in here.
Yep. That's legit.
And I'm trying to like see if I can find any other information about what this is that got decommissioned.
Yeah, I mean they're some. I mean the 4 towers appear to be some kind of there's some kind of they're racks of servers.
Are they like bolted to the floor somehow, or they? Or does it look like
yeah. They're bolted. Yep, totally.
Well, I guess what I was really going after is like, does it look like they're actually connected to anything, or are they just kind of being stored here? Like, does it seem like this was a server room, and these have just been shut down, or?
It looks like this. It looks like they're being stored here.
Okay. Interesting. Because
do they come with power supplies? Can we turn them on?
They don't appear. I mean, they were decommissioned, right? So they don't appear to, be plugged in. But like, get created and do some weird sci-fi shit, and like we'll make some rolls at the very least.
Yeah. Well, my thinking is there's 2 reasons they've been decommissioned. One, they're actually good, clean servers, and whatever's going on didn't want them connected. 2, they're bad servers, and before the ship went completely haywire, somebody unplugged them. So potential danger there.
Or they got upgraded, and these are the old ones.
Well, I mean, they're not plugged into anything in the ship at the moment. So I don't know. Maybe vac suits can supply a little bit of juice and like power up like one server in this tower or something, just to.
Yeah, I'll let an engineering roll try to make that happen.
Okay.
Oh, sure, why not?
Are there any like real helping rules in Traveler? Because I also have electronics.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would give a +1.
Okay, there you go.
All right, then we get a 12.
Nice. Yeah, so you get what this is. This was some kind of tactical simulation that was run off of these servers. And man, a 12 is a fucking awesome roll. So what I'm gonna say is it got like you even know, like you see that like this is like tons and tons and tons of data on tactical simulations that they wanted to download into androids so that they would know how to react in tactical situations. And the reason why this was decommissioned is because they found a better way to get them that information. Like this simulation was no longer necessary, and so they just shut it down. And yeah, that is yep.
Good to know.
Yeah, and I think as you're looking through, you find like you're looking at like different androids who are being tested, and I'm going to end on this. And one of the call signs for one of those combat androids was Ghost Rider. And we will end there.
Oh no, Fawn's an android
because it's 9:00.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's awesome.
Nice.
I love the way this is laid out. I'm excited to like just game design nerd out about the all this like once we're done. But for now, I'm just enjoying vomiting out sci-fi creepy shit.
Yeah, it's fun to explore.
Yeah, and exploring the shit out of it. And I think the interesting thing about this adventure is when I listened to a review of it, they were like, yeah, but why do the players want to go in here? And I think that's something that our game has kind of overcome because we want to clear it out so that your family can have a capital ship. So I like that we've like solved a problem that the adventure potentially had. Because like there is definitely a let's like get out an airlock and go the fuck home. But like I think we are kind of driven to figure it out so that we can the Mozzie family can go against Imperial Earth.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool. Thank you for gaming with me, folks. It was fun to get back and get back at it. I'm curious to see where this all goes. And we will we'll be back hopefully next week. And we'll see you then. We're gonna keep gradient descending. And I think we'll just end this sucker, shall we? I don't think we need to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. I'm gonna thank you for joining us so we know where the thing is. And if you were listening, thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave the studio.
But do you really? Do you?